All right, now we got you. Okay, Mr. Haggins,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you?
Um, I have mixed emotions.
Well, we're gonna talk about it. Tell us your name and DOC number for the record.
My name is Jeff Haggins, 377590.
That's what I got. And you have Mr. Glover. Welcome.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good, and we'll get your comments shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
First, Mr. Haggins, your case has been assigned to me. I do need to read some information into the record. You're classified as a first felony offender. You were sentenced to life for second-degree murder. You were first it was life without parole, then you received parole eligibility, and so you were on parole. You served from, I think you were incarcerated from 1995 to 2000. Yeah,
20.
25. To 2020. You were paroled in September of 2020, and then you were revoked.
Yes,
Tell,
ma'am.
tell us
Unfortunately.
why you were revoked
Mm.
in
Uh,
your words.
ma'am.
In your
Your
word.
words. I already
Okay.
know, so I want to know.
Yeah, yes. So I was revoked because first of all, I broke the rule of I started drinking. I made a terrible decision to start drinking. And ultimately I ended up being arrested for a DUI. And also, I was dishonest with my parole officer about the last time I drank alcohol, and she had uh, wanted me to go and get a urine analysis done. When I got urine analysis, I failed the urine analysis for alcohol. So she had me detained because, for one, I was dishonest. For one, I was drinking. Two, I had a DUI, and three, I was dishonest with her about the last time I drank alcohol. So, understandably, it appears that to her that I wasn't trying to stop drinking, which in all actuality at that particular time, you know, I wasn't trying to stop drinking. I'm an alcoholic, and unfortunately Um, unfortunately, the first time, the 25 years I was here the first time, I felt like I didn't have a problem. I was in complete denial. I didn't believe I was an alcoholic. I thought and felt as if it was a phase because I came to prison at a very young age at 17. And I felt like it was just a phase that I went through, and I didn't have no desire no more. Because I've been far removed, 25 years from alcohol, but I realized,
Question. Let
yes,
me
ma'am.
ask you a question. So at your first parole hearing, when you were paroled, you would, as a special condition, you were to get substance abuse evaluation and follow any recommendation, whoever was that treatment provider. What were those recommendations?
The recommendations were that I go to AA meetings 3 times a week, and
Did
that
you?
that uh initially at first no, because of the
And
COVID protocol. So the parole officer told me that, look, because we couldn't be in 6 feet apart or whatever. There wasn't no. He said don't have to wear that because I was going to work every day. I was, and in all honesty, I didn't have no thoughts of anything about uh drinking alcohol or nothing. I was doing well. Um,
well,
but I
so after COVID, after we got through all that, and by the way, during COVID, they did AA meetings by Zoom all the time, any time of day,
correct,
all the time.
correct.
So once you got out of that restricted movement, did you go to AA meetings ever?
No,
That's
no.
your,
After the restrictions were lifted, no, ma'am, I didn't attend. No, ma'am.
Because it's very obvious to me, I take great pride in our parole success rate. And I take great pride in the success rate of the parole project. Did you go through the parole project?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
No, I know you did. And so your what I call failure, I take it very personally because I think it's my failure. It's very clear to me that you didn't follow our instructions, and we ordered those substance abuse evaluation and follow up, whatever they recommended, which we kind of knew was going to be AA meetings. And what we find, and we see it very often when people like you don't think they have a problem, I can handle it, it's no big deal. And then they quit going to the AA meetings, we see them sitting in your chair. That's where we see them. So what is your plan?
Well, my plan off top, I mean, first let me say this. I want to apologize to you, especially you and the members of the board, for my failure. I own it. I shouldn't have never took the decision to drink alcohol. Number one, because that was a rule, and I broke it, and I apologize deeply for it. But my plans is to continue in my recovery, going to AA meetings as regular as possible, keeping in constant communication with my sponsor, with my peer support from STR, from the STR program that I completed here with Miss Laura Stone, and with Mr. Tyrone Glover, who I'll be working closely with if I'm reinstated parole. So, and we'll be speaking at different schools and everything because that's part of the community outreach that he's involved in, that he spearheads, and so I'll be closely tied in with him doing that. So that's my plan. I mean, first and foremost is AA because I realize, when a person is sick, they go to the hospital. Well, to get treated. Well, this is a sickness. It's a disease, alcoholism. So I know that I need AA because that's going to keep me in sober.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let me ask the warden, is there anything you can tell us about Mr. Haggins?
Oh, yes, ma'am. When I've been back about a year, Jeffrey and I have had a lot of talks about his alcoholism in that year. I brought him back up to the ranch house where he teaches reentry skills to some of the reentry inmates. He's an excellent tradesman in anything he does. His conduct is excellent, 0 write-ups since he's been back. He's completed his victim awareness, thinking to win. He did his letter of accountability. I think he did that to his probation officer.
Parole officer. Yes,
Parole officer. He's completed the STAR program, and I know that he attends AA meetings every Saturday. I don't know if he goes in more often than that, but I know on Saturdays he's there. And he's completed his anger management. Jeffrey is he's a mild guy here. And I think now he's got to come to terms that he is an alcoholic and he'll always be an alcoholic.
Good to hear. Thank you, sir. Mr. Glover, what would you like us to know about the Jeff Haggins you know?
Yes, ma'am. Well, first giving honor to God who's head of my life, this honorable board, Warden Benoit, Warden Olivo, and the rest of the administration here. The Jeff that I know and have grown to know, my program on the outside is called Redemption, and we get that from Congressman Clay Higgins, where I'm the field representative and community outreach coordinator. And inside of Angola State Prison, we have the Louisiana State Prison Citizen Inmate Roundtable, where we work with Warden Benoit, Secretary Westcott, Chief DOC, Seth Smith. We all work together, and you're not just volunteered for that table, you're chosen for that table. So I communicated with Jeff over the past year and let him know I've dealt with alcoholism with my brother. I've watched it take him out. I've watched cirrhosis of the liver. So I told him he will have to, call me once a week. He have to come with me to different schools in our district because he's part of the 3rd Congressional District. He have to come to those schools and speak to students about accountability of drinking and driving. And not only that, I have a building 100 by 100, and if he would like, I would like him to be my partner in building a program, not only to help and teach young people a trade before they get in trouble, but while they're getting their GED or their high school diploma, and we're going to continue to just work this business together. That way he'll have resources. So I plan to stay in his life the rest of his life. That's my commitment to Jeff.
Good to hear. Thank you. So Jeff, I'm glad to hear you say you've confronted your alcoholism, I guess is the way to say it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's with you for the rest of your life. I'm going to sit back. Do you have any questions?
So, I'm looking back, it looks like, I don't have any, I was looking at the last revocation hearing and see what everybody, one of them had tried to send you in lieu of revocation of treatment. The other two voted to revoke. And you said you took the STAR since you've been back?
Yes,
STAR
sir.
program?
Yes, sir.
I need to get more familiar with that program. Okay, no, I really don't have any questions.
All right. Well, I think we're done with our questions. I'm ready to vote. I was real mad at you. I didn't know what I was going to do today. But I've really studied the information provided and listened very carefully to what you said, and the fact that you confronted it and come to terms with it. You got to deal with it. I'm willing to grant you parole today. With the special condition, you do remain connected with Mr. Glover. And that you do every week, at least twice a week, more often if you can, AA meetings, because there's other folks there that you help when you participate in those meetings. Not just you, but you're helping the group. And then continue with the curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless you're at work or church, and until your parole officer thinks that's no longer necessary. Mr. Prater?
I deny. I'm sorry, you was back in life and you did that, and there's so many other people in there that would kill to have that opportunity. Well, I shouldn't have said it like that, but anyway, I think you need to learn a little bit more of a lesson before we grant you that you just can't go out there, and think you can do these type of things when people have entrusted you so much. I mean, like she said, when we put a vote like this out there, I mean, we're putting our reputations out there too, and then you go out and violate it. It's not good. So I think you need to do a little bit more time and reapply. But my vote today is to deny.
And Jeff, it takes a unanimous vote. So you got
Yes,
two
ma'am.
positive, one that was not favorable to your request. So today your parole's been denied. Keep working hard, participate in AA, you can reapply. Good luck.
Good day.